What's up, yo? Big Cat 305 here. Today we are making pepper steak. That's right, pepper steak, Chinese takeout, Chinese food on the Blackstone. It is so easy to do. You can do all the prep work the night before and then the next day just knock it out. No time at all. It is awesome. So if you are new to the channel, I want to thank you for stopping by. What we do here is we try to simplify the cooking process, make it easy and fun. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and ring that notification bell. And if you are a current subscriber, thank you guys for all your support. Keep hitting that thumbs up and commenting down below. Everybody, let's get cooking. All right, we're gonna start off with some nice thin sliced top sirloin or palamillo steaks. And we're gonna slice these up nice and thin. And we're gonna go a little fast for you. So a little trick, I like to keep these in the freezer for about 30 to 40 minutes before I slice them up. Makes it much easier to slice them, and they just come out much better cut. All done, that's what they look like. Nice marbling, gonna get some great flavor. So our marinade, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Right there, 2 tablespoons of rice wine. We've got some fresh ground pepper to your liking, and then we've got about a half a teaspoon of baking soda. So here's where you want to use your hands and get it all mixed up. Once it's all mixed up, we're going to add 3 teaspoons of cornstarch and mix it again. This is going to coat the outside. It's going to keep it nice and moist. So you just want to gently mix this up just enough to get the outside nice and coated with that cornstarch. Looks good. That's what it looks like right there. And now we have our vegetables. We have a green pepper, red pepper, and a nice sweet onion. So we're going to slice up our peppers. We're going to slice these into chunks. You can do thin strips. You can do small, chopped, whatever you want. I prefer them in chunks. I'm talking 1 inch wide by 2 inches long. So pretty good sized chunks. Remember, they're gonna sweat down a little bit when you cook them. And this gives it a nice presentation with the big color of the green and the red. And the white, for that matter. And here we go. We put that down on the plate. And then we break out our red. Time for the red. And same thing. Big chunks. So a little tip here. If you slice these with the rough side up, smooth side down, it makes life much easier. Knife goes through there like butter. That's it. They're down. Time for our onion. Same thing. Cut off the edge. Get those. Get that skin off. And I'm just doing quarters here. I go half, and half. So quarters, basically. A couple slices. Just like so. And then I break them up a little bit. Like this. And that's it. They'll break up more as you cook them. And we put them on the plate, and they are prepped and ready to go. So I did all this the night before, okay? Just so you know. So all this prep stuff, I did not cook this the same night. I cooked it the next day. So next up, we have our sauce. We have 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. I made that look really easy. That stuff is like sludge. It comes out very slow. We have 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And then we add a half a cup of water. We add 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of pepper, fresh ground pepper, and then a pinch of salt. And that's it. This is going to be like our gravy once we cook our veggies and steak, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. And here's what it looks like. All right, out to the griddle. You want to get this sucker nice and hot. We're talking 450 plus degrees. We are going to put our steak down first, and we're just going to sear the top. Let them cook for about 30 seconds or so on each side. 30-45 seconds, and that's it. It's going to give it a nice brown coating, nice crust, and they're so thinly sliced that they will be mostly cooked through, but we're going to take them off and put them back on afterwards anyway. So this is just kind of like the first step. So meat is down. You can hear the sizzling, and we are just going to break this up. So these have been marinating for 24 hours. You want to marinate it for at least 30 minutes. You don't have to marinate it for 24 hours, but at least 30 minutes. Some people say 24 is the max. I'm not sure. I did it for 24, and let me tell you, these were probably the most tender steak. This is probably the most tender steak that I've ever eaten. It came out ridiculously good. Was not mushy. It came out really good. So I would say at least 30 minutes, but I would go for a couple hours if you can, or 24. So that's it. You just want to break it apart, and so we get every piece of the little steaks that we marinated on the surface, so it cooks nice and evenly. And we are almost there. We're going to add a little bit more oil because it's starting to dry up a little bit. So a little bit more oil, no big deal. And I think that's exactly what we needed, because now it's like really kicking up. You can see it's starting to brown a little bit there. And it looks pretty much all broken up. So now we start stirring it around, so we can get the bottom or the top part now nice and brown as well. So you just want to stir these up, keep them moving. You don't want to let them sit there. You want to keep them moving so they get nice and brown all over. And it is looking good, and the smell that's coming off this thing is just ridiculous. So a few more flips. Looking good, smelling good, and again, you don't want to leave them on too long, because you're going to put them back in for a little bit longer, a little bit later. So here we go. It's looking good. You can see the brown really coming through now, and this is pretty much what you want to see right there. Look at that nice crispy outside, but still super moist. And that's it. It's time to take it off. So we're going to take these off and hold them off to the side for not too much longer, and then we're going to put them back on. We'll give you one last close-up of what they look like right there. Oh my God, that looks beautiful. So now we want to reduce the temperature and get it down to about 350 for the next step. Okay, so we had some technical difficulties. My fault. I hit the pause button when it was time to take the steak off the griddle, turn the temperature down to 350 or so. In that time, I forgot to hit the record button again when we put our veggies on the griddle. So here's what you missed. Got it down to 350, put our beautiful veggies, those peppers, the greens, the reds, the onions, along with a tablespoon of minced garlic, put all that on there, mixed it up, got it nice and translucent, about 4 minutes or so. After that, added our meat, our beautiful meat back in that was seared, back into the mix, and our sauce right on top of that. And started mixing that up. And that's where we're at now. So let's continue. So just a reminder, all the ingredients as well as instructions will be down below, so you won't miss a step even though we didn't show the video. I know I went through it kind of fast, but it's really pretty simple. So it's basically just cooking the steak, taking it off, putting the veggies back down with some garlic, cooking that for 3 or 4 minutes translucent, add the steak, add the sauce, and then now at this point we're thickening up the sauce. It does not take long. It really only takes another couple minutes. You can see the sauce getting nice and very gravy-like and thicker, and that's looking perfect right there. So you can see I've got the grill leaned forward still. We've got vegetables going on the floor. That's part of the hazards, but that's all right. You can see me wiping off that gravy. It's looking delicious. We're going to give you a nice little close-up here of the final product. And look at that. We are ready to go. Let's go check it out. Look at this beautiful pepper steak on the Blackstone. So easy. All the prep work done the night before. This took nothing to cook up. It's so fun, so easy, and looks absolutely delicious. So first, a close-up. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that looks delicious. So, enough talking, let's give it a bite. Man, I do not know where to start. Serve with some nice, fresh jasmine white rice. Let's try the beef. That melts in your mouth. Oh, so tender. The flavor of the sauce and the marinade coming through. Wow, that is really good. Let's try a pepper, because it is pepper steak, you know. Perfectly cooked, a little bit crunchy, not soggy, tastes excellent. All right, I could sit here and eat the whole thing. I'm not gonna do that. It tastes phenomenal, it looks phenomenal. You guys gotta try this dish. It's so easy to do. Weeknight meal for sure. Guests come over, you serve them this, oh my goodness. So, had a little technical difficulty earlier, missed a little bit of video, but sorry. I'm not gonna do this again because I don't know if I can make it look this beautiful. I'm sure I could, but man, it just turned out really good. So everybody, thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting, and we'll keep on cooking. Big Cat out.